Good Friday morning. I'm Dwayne Nelson. A Unicoi County grand jury has indicted Sheriff Kent Harris on an additional count of official misconduct. That charge is related to the sheriff allegedly using his county computer in November of 2011 to write letters intended to solicit funds to pay his attorney fees. Now, this latest charge is in addition to 10 felony charges he was indicted on last year. A July trial date has been set on the previous charges. He will appear in court on this latest charge, March 27th. Carter County School Board will soon have to search for a new director of schools. This comes after school leaders voted not to renew the contract of current director, Dr. Shirley Ellis. Her contract was set to renew in March automatically, but will expire in June. Funeral services will be held this weekend in Scott County, Virginia, for a fallen hero from the Korean War nearly 60 years ago. Many people turned out to pay respects to Corporal William Ray Sluss as his remains were ushered through Weber City yesterday. Sluss was a prisoner of war during the Korean War. Public's invited to pay their respects at Gate City Funeral Home from 10 until 12 Saturday. The Washington County, Virginia Sheriff's Office has presented 2 life-saving awards for heroic acts by 2 individuals involving 2 separate incidents. On December 27th, Joy Kirkland is credited with saving the lives of 3 young foster children after a fire broke out at their home. On January 15th of this year, Hunter Holmes ran into a burning home to save a family of 4. Sheriff Fred Newman says he's glad the 2 were able to make a difference.
Certainly, our agency wants to recognize individuals such as these for putting themselves in harm's way to save the lives, and undoubtedly, without their life-saving efforts, we potentially could have had 7 people that could have perished in both these fires.
Newman added he's glad their selfless acts of bravery didn't go unnoticed. Southwest Virginia lawmaker says he intends to vote for the parenthood bill that specifically defines life at the moment of conception. Passage would allow prosecutors to bring additional charges against suspects for the death of an unborn child. Overall, nationwide, 16 and 17-year-old driver deaths increased by 11%. However, Virginia is bucking that trend. In the first half of 2011, that number is down 50%, with just 2 teen driver deaths reported in the Commonwealth. Wendy Van Kuren with AAA Mid-Atlantic says 2 factors appear to be contributing to the drop in deaths in Virginia.
And although you have those positive effects of the graduated driver licensing laws and those law upgrades that went into effect between 1996 and 2010, some of those effects may be leveling off. You couple that with the fact that there's some improved personal economic conditions that are perhaps contributing to more teens on the road compared to the 2008-2009 economic downturn.
Meanwhile, the number of 16 and 17-year-old driver deaths in Tennessee dropped by 3 in the first half of last year. A Kingsport man convicted of killing his landlord has been ordered to spend life in prison. A Sullivan County criminal court judge ordered 38-year-old James Greenwell II to spend 58 years in prison with the possibility of parole. Greenwell was recently found guilty of premeditated and felony first-degree murder, as well as use of a firearm in the commission of a felony. I'm Dwayne Nelson. Have yourself a great Friday.